ចាសសូមជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនសិស្សនិស្សិតដែលមានវត្តមាននៅក្នុងកម្មវិធី Zoom ក៏ដូចជានៅលើគេហទំព័រ Facebook CJCC ដែលកំពុងធ្វើការផ្សាយផ្ទាល់នៅក្នុងឱកាសមហោស្រព KIZUNA ជប៉ុនកម្ពុជាឆ្នាំ 2022 នេះជួបគ្នាជាថ្មីម្ដងទៀតជាមួយនឹងកម្មវិធី Study in Japan and Scholarship Information by Study in Japan Regional Office in ASEAN Okayama University ចា៎ចង់ដឹងថាតើក្នុងឆ្នាំថ្មីនេះសាកលវិទ្យាល័យព្រមទាំងអ្នកតំណាងរបស់យើងមានព័ត៌មានអ្វីថ្មីដើម្បីចែករំលែកទៅកាន់អ្នកចូលរួមទាំងអស់គ្នាដូច្នេះនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះយើងមានការចូលរួមពីអ្នកតំណាងកម្មវិធីចំនួន2រូបក៏ដូចជានិស្សិតខ្មែរចំនួន1រូបដែលកំពុងធ្វើការសិក្សានៅប្រទេសជប៉ុនមកធ្វើការចែករំលែកអំពីព័ត៌មានថ្មីៗនិងបទពិសោធន៍របស់ពួកគាត់ទៅកាន់អ្នកចូលរួមទាំងអស់គ្នានៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះចា៎ហើយដូច្នេះមុននឹងឈានដល់ការធ្វើបទបង្ហាញអំពីកម្មវិធីក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះនាងខ្ញុំសូមជម្រាបជូនអំពីរបៀបវារៈដែលនឹងប្រព្រឹត្តទៅនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះដោយចែកចេញជា4ផ្នែកចា៎ដោយទី1នោះគឺយើងនឹងមានការធ្វើបទបង្ហាញអំពីការសិក្សានៅក្នុងប្រទេសជប៉ុននិងសាកលវិទ្យាល័យអូកាយ៉ាម៉ាដោយលោកសាស្ត្រាចារ្យ Takao Inamori ចា៎ទី2ការធ្វើបទបង្ហាញអំពីកម្មវិធីអាហារូបករណ៍ដោយអ្នកសម្របសម្រួលកម្មវិធីសិក្សានៅក្នុងប្រទេសជប៉ុនលោក Yusuke ទី3ការចែករំលែកអំពីបទពិសោធន៍ក្នុងការរៀបចំក៏ដូចជាការសម្រេចចិត្តសិក្សាទៅលើកម្មវិធី Discovery Program មុខវិជ្ជាទៅលើវិជ្ជា Discovery Program for Global Learners នៅសាកលវិទ្យាល័យអូកាយ៉ាម៉ាដោយនិស្សិតខ្មែរលោកឈៀងប៉ូលីទីហើយទី4ដែលជាចុងបញ្ចប់នោះគឺជាវគ្គសំណួរចម្លើយចា៎ហើយដូច្នេះដើម្បីកុំឲ្យខាតពេលវេលាយូរនាងខ្ញុំសូមអញ្ជើញលោកសាស្ត្រាចារ្យ Takao Inamori ធ្វើនៅបទបង្ហាញក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះ So next I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Takao Inamori to share the presentation today. So Dr. please.
Unmute. Yes, unmute. Yes, I did it. Can you hear my can you see my slide? Okay. Thank you very much for joining today's session. First part, I would like to explain why I recommend you to study in Japan. But first of all, I also need to add that last 2 years we hardly received international students, but Japanese government they got pressure from the international school all over the world. So that I think they change the attitude and hopefully a lot of students can study in Japan soon. Yep. Okay. Unfortunately, today's online session, but I usually visited CJCC and giving presentation in person. And this is a photo was taken 2019. It was quite nice opportunity to explain about our activity. Yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah, there's so many people, students visited our event. Yeah, this is just, let me share some. Yeah, and they're really impressed that, so you like our culture. And also, I also impressed the meal is provided by CJCC. And the ramen noodle is quite tasty. Also, ramen noodle, I just found that we can eat in the city. And I think this photo was taken in Ion. Okay, first of all, my question is, do you know anything about Japan? Probably you know some. Let me share. Probably you know about the security in Japan. Is we have good security. Even nighttime, so you can walk. And we have a good system. It's called like a Koban system. In the city, there's a police box. It's not police station, police box. And in the city, usually every 200 meters, there's a police box. If something happened to you, they will help you. If you're lost, they will help you. And the atmosphere, we're all Asian. So personally, I study in the UK, and sometimes I feel like I'm minority because I'm Asian. But if you study in Japan, so you don't feel like that. We are all Asian. And different from other university, especially in Western country. So we have research group. Every also undergraduate program from third year, you belong to the research group, no matter you study natural science and social science, and you spend a lot of time with your professor and your colleague, your friend. And sometimes you spend also weekend and go to picnic or something like that. Yeah? So what I want to say, there are always people who help you and who stand next to you, and you never feel isolated. Yeah? And also high tech is very famous, of course, you know. And currently, this one also include this social science as well, Nobel Literature Prize, 31 Nobel Prize winners. So winners, we have. The popular one was blue LED. It is invented by Japanese scientists. And also lithium-ion portable battery. That one also invented by Japanese researcher, professor. And this is probably also very important when you decide to study in Japan. The job opportunity, don't worry, you have, okay, after completing your study in Japan, you have specialty expertise, and also you will have language skills. So if you have expertise, language skill, you will get good job. Probably you will earn more than me. So you'll be fine. Also, geographical location probably is important for you. If there's direct flight, only 5.5 hours. If something happened to your family, so it won't take long. And we today joined this event because of the government support of activity. So the government also welcome a lot of students from Cambodia. Okay, the next part. Door to Japan is always open for you. Please wait. Okay, just relax. Okay, now I explained about why I recommend you study in Japan. Now I'm going to explain about Okayama University. Okayama University. Okayama University is about 150 years ago, originally established as medical school. Our university has history. The location is like this. The red part is Okayama, and very close to Osaka. By bullet train, about 1.5 hours. Yeah, do you know anything about Okayama? Okayama is very famous for delicious fruits. If you come to Okayama, you will enjoy strawberry picking, peach picking, a lot of delicious and beautiful fruits. And this statue you can see in front of Okayama railway station. This samurai gentleman is called Peach Boy Momotaro. Probably you may know some story, but let me share some of the rough story. And he was born from the peach, and he has friend, monkey and dog and bird. When he growing up, he went to the island of demons and beat them. And after that, we have the world become peace, that kind of story. So in Okayama, we have a lot of demon-related story, legend. So by the way, this is my son. This is my son. But now he's 4 years old. Probably you know this Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba is quite popular anime even now. And in Okayama, we have some Demon Slayer related location. The one of the location is Wake Shrine. And some people say that probably the writer get idea from this shrine. Okay. By the way, as I said, I was born in Tokyo and growing up in Tokyo. From my house, I could see Tokyo Tower, and my junior high just bottom of this skyscraper is called Roppongi Hills. But I'm mainly working in Africa as an aid worker, but once in a while I work in office in Japan, office in Tokyo. But when you commute, I need to get on to this packed train. that I didn't like it. I hate it. Nah. So I might get exhausted from my city life, and I moved to Okayama 2015. And I can say that Okayama is number one, quite good. Nah. This is the landmark of Okayama, Okayama Castle, and in front this beautiful garden which is lighted up. Korakuen Garden. This is one of the best garden in Japan. And also around Okayama, there's lots of nice places to visit, lots. But you may say that, it's far from Tokyo. But don't worry, as I say, that we have the bullet train. It is 300 kilometers per hour. So it's mean that you can get Tokyo by 3.5 hours. If you use airplane, 1.5. If you want to save money, there's a bus, express bus. It's much cheaper, but takes probably 8 hours, but it's quite cheap. Yeah. And the location of our campus is also quite good. Walking distance from the station to the Tsushima campus, 2 kilometers. Tsushima campus where I stay now, and the Shikata campus only 1 kilometer. The Shikata campus is a medical school. And also airport, we have airport, it's only 30-minute drive from the university. For shopping, we have good shopping mall. Then we have more sunny days and less disaster. Okayama is very far from, located far from nuclear power stations. Less disaster and very safe. And we have beautiful fall. In autumn, the leaf color change from green to red or yellow. It's very beautiful. So you can see this kind of avenue in Okayama City. Do you know where it is? It is Okayama, location is Okayama University. We have very beautiful ginkgo tree avenue, and every fall, a lot of people come and visit for taking photo. And I can say that Okayama University is very ideal environment for research and study. This is area view of the Tsushima main campus. The green color letter is kind of social science faculties. Orange one is natural science, and the blue one is liberal arts program. So you can complete this program all in English. Basically, you can learn, study everything in our university, but it's except veterinary science. If you want to be animal doctor, sorry, only that course we don't have it. Apart from that, we have almost all. And this is looks very beautiful gate made by bricks. This is Shikata campus. There's a medical school. This is there's a Shikata campus in Shikata campus, a medical school and dental school, and the Okayama University Hospital. So now we have suffered by COVID-19 pandemic, but don't worry, there's a good doctors, so they will help you. And also we have a good national health insurance system. It's quite affordable, cheap, so the quality of medical service is really good. And also when you compare good university and then less good, so we often use this ratio, student-teacher ratio. Okayama University, one teacher look after 8.4 students. It's quite a good ratio. It means that you get more good support from your professor. And we shouldn't proud of ourselves. As a Japanese should be modest, but we are top 2% university in the world and top 2% research university in Japan. Our university is research university. I'm not going to explain one by one, but we have very famous, prominent professors. And my colleague Nissan also will explain later on about the living cost. You might be worried about living cost, but living cost is quite cheap if you compare to Tokyo and Osaka. But if you want to go to Tokyo and Osaka, once in a while you can go. but you don't need to stay in Tokyo or Osaka. As I said, Okayama is ideal location for study and living. And the student support, that is partly my job. Don't worry, we will support you, we will help you, so you won't be bored. And later, probably I will paste this link on the chat box. About detail, you can, if you see this booklet, you will get more information. And this is the last of my picture, so I really looking forward to see you again in Okayama. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Professor, for your presentation. So, សូមអរគុណលោកសាស្ត្រាចារ្យថាគូ Inamori សម្រាប់ការធ្វើបង្ហាញនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះ ចាជាបន្តទៅទៀតនេះនាងខ្ញុំសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញអ្នកសម្របសម្រួលកម្មវិធីសិក្សានៅក្នុងប្រទេសជប៉ុនលោក Yusuke Ni ដើម្បីធ្វើការចែករំលែកនៅបទបង្ហាញទៅកាន់អ្នកចូលរួម So next I would like to invite Mr. Yusuke Ni to share his presentation today. So Ni-san, please.
Thank you so much. I think you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, but the sound is not well. Could you try it again one more time?
So it is okay?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, thank you so much. So thank you so much, everyone, for giving me this a very, very great opportunity. So I'm talking about money, finance, about study in Japan. So please stay with me for 5 minutes. So anyway, I'm sure you may have heard in Japan, rich country, developed country, you can earn $27 per hour or $2,700 per month. You may have heard of it, but this will not happen. So usually the average money you can earn is $8 to $9. More better jobs. Better means harder jobs, like at night after 10 o'clock, then maybe you can get $15, but much harder than other jobs. So please don't trust if someone say you can get more than like $20 or $30 per hour. Don't trust that. This won't happen. So anyway, I'm talking about the finance, especially academic fees. As you can see, national universities in Japan, like Okayama University, the fee is about $5,000. This is the same as Tokyo University, Osaka University, Kyoto University, maybe Hokkaido University you may have heard, Kyoto University or Kyushu University. All the national universities' academic fee is the same, while private universities' fee is quite different, depending on university and also faculty. If you go for science-related faculties, the fees tend to be more expensive. So the Japanese language schools are almost the same fee as national universities. So if you think about studying in Japan, I do recommend you to study at national universities rather than Japanese language schools. Because after graduating Japanese language school, you won't get any degree. So while the fee is the same or slightly higher than that of national universities. So this is one of your options for your consideration. Then another thing, while in Japan, you can study in English as well, not Japanese. So in that case, the fees in the States and Australia, you can study in English, of course, but the fees are more expensive, 5 times to 10 times more expensive than that of universities in Japan. So while quality of education in Japan remains the same, so you may think of studying in Japan in English languages, not Japanese. Plus, especially for master's and PhD courses, we do offer tuition reduction. tuition reduction means 50% or 100% off from all the tuitions, like 25,000 or 5,000 US dollars will be removed. And the next scholarship, you will have a session, I guess, so I don't go deeper. But if you are interested in, please check Embassy of Japan Cambodia website. This mixed scholarship exam opens every May, and then maybe just 1 or 2 weeks. So please keep an eye on it. This is very, very competitive, but fully covered. So otherwise, you may consider to getting this JASO partial scholarship. This is a partial scholarship, not free, but good enough to have you survive in Japan. And then this scholarship is very, very good. And then more than 7,000 international students are getting this scholarship every year. And then do you think it's still expensive? Then why not consider studying in regional cities, not Tokyo and Osaka? I know Tokyo and Osaka are very famous and fancy because it's capital of Japan and the second biggest city in Japan, but living cost is very, very expensive. You see Okayama, very relaxed place. You can survive with 700 US dollars per month, including accommodation, utility, food, and study. But in Tokyo, everything is very expensive. Then the difference is about 300 US dollars. After 1 year, 3,600. So you consider, if you go to undergraduate, it's gonna be 4 years. Master's course 2 years. How much money you can save by studying in regional cities? Remember, quality of education remains the same. Okay, so this is my final slide. We study in Japan Global Network Project in ASEAN, offer free consultation, seminar, and study in Japan information. And we just opened our office, kind of open office in CJCC, and I'm now in Phnom Penh. So, but I'm going back to Japan and come back again in May. So I really look forward to meeting you all in CJCC, but much better to see you in Okayama, Japan. Okay, thank you. Okunchiran.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nisan, for your clear information. So, អរគុណច្រើនលោក Yusuke នេះសម្រាប់ការធ្វើបទបង្ហាញអំបញ្ញមិញនេះដូច្នេះជាបន្តទៅទៀតនាងខ្ញុំសូមអញ្ជើញលោកឈៀង Polity ដែលគាត់ជានិស្សិតខ្មែរមួយរូបធ្វើការចែករំលែកអំពីបទពិសោធន៍ក្នុងការរៀបចំក៏ដូចជាការសម្រេចចិត្តទៅសិក្សាលើកម្មវិធី Discovery Program និងវិជ្ជា Discovery Program for Global Learningសំទោស Learners នៅសាកលវិទ្យាល័យ Okayama ចាសូមគោរពអញ្ជើញលោកឈៀង Polity ចាអញ្ចឹងសូមជម្រាបសួរបងប្អូនសិស្សានុសិស្សទាំងអស់គ្នាឈ្មោះឈៀង Polity សប្តាហ៍នេះជានិស្សិតឆ្នាំទី2នៅសាកលវិទ្យាល័យ Okayama ចុះថ្ងៃនេះខ្ញុំចង់ចែករំលែកអំពីរបៀបនៃការដាក់ពាក្យចូលរៀននៅសាកលវិទ្យាល័យចឹងអ្នកនរគ្នាឃើញslide ដែលខ្ញុំ share ទេចា Polity ឃើញប៉ុន្តែ Polity អាច share វាជា full screen បានទេចាអត់កើតផងស្រាប់អត់ចឹងចឹងនេះក៏គ្រាន់តែជា application checklist ដែលខ្ញុំចង់បង្ហាញទៅសិស្សានុសិស្សទាំងអស់គ្នាចឹងសម្រាប់ការ submit application នេះគឺយើងត្រូវធ្វើពីដំណាក់កាលគឺយើងអាចស្រាវជ្រាវ slide មើលឃើញប៉ុន្តែមានអង្ហាមានបញ្ហាតាក់ទងមួយសំឡេងរៀងឮเสียงខ្យល់ហើយរៀងខ្សោយចា
ចឹងឥឡូវលើគាត់មកជាងមុនហើយ
ចាចាឥឡូវរៀងច្បាស់ជាងមុនចា
Hello លើអត់
ចាចាលឺច្បាស់គូលទីចា
អូខេអញ្ចឹងតើតើនឹង application នេះគឺយើងទីមួយយើងត្រូវ submit online នេះគឺយើងត្រូវបំពេញ application form personal statement រូបថតជា copy ជា digital copy ហើយនឹង application fee បន្ទាប់ពីយើង submit online ហើយយើងត្រូវ submit តាម post នេះគឺយើងត្រូវចេញលើក្រណាត់យើងត្រូវរៀបចំឯកសារដោយតទៅអញ្ចឹងឯកសារនេះគឺមានដូចជា official transcript អញ្ចឹង transcript នេះគឺយើងត្រូវបញ្ចេញ transcript ដែលយើងរៀននៅវិទ្យាល័យហើយយើងរៀនចប់ថ្នាក់ទី 12 យើងរហូតដល់ថ្នាក់ទី 12 ដែលយើងរៀនចប់នឹងបន្ទាប់មកគឺយើងត្រូវធ្វើ form ទាក់ទងនឹងសាលាវិទ្យាល័យដែលយើងបានរៀនហើយ form នេះគឺសញ្ញាបត្រចប់ការសិក្សានៅវិទ្យាល័យហើយនឹង letter of academic evaluation ហ្នឹងគឺជាលិខិតដែលគ្រូយើងគាត់ evaluate ទៅលើយើងហើយសម្រាប់ letter of recommendation គឺយើងត្រូវការសុំលោកគ្រូម្នាក់ដើម្បីគាត់ទៅមានណែនាំយើងទៅសាលារៀននៅសាលារបស់យើងនេះហើយផ្សេងទៀតនេះគឺ optional នេះគឺយើងមិនដាក់ក៏បានដែរហើយសម្រាប់English proficiency test គឺក្នុងនេះគឺមានដូចជា IELTS ឬក៏ test ផ្សេងហ្នឹងគឺយើងត្រូវតែដាក់ជាដាច់ខាតអញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលយើងច្បាស់អារម្មណ៍គឺយើងត្រូវគិតពីត្រូវធ្វើ test ភាសាអង់គ្លេសនេះហើយសម្រាប់ភាសាជប៉ុនគឺយើងអត់ចាំបាច់ទេបើសិនជាយើងចង់រៀនតែជាភាសាជប៉ុនមួយទៀតខ្ញុំចង់ណែនាំអំពី website របស់Discovery Program នេះគឺអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាឃើញ website នេះគឺយើងអាចចូលក្នុង website នេះហើយយើងអាចឃើញព័ត៌មានជាច្រើនទាក់ទងនឹង Discovery Program អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសូមនិយាយខ្លីៗពី Discovery Program នេះនៅក្នុង Discovery Program នេះគឺមានបែងចែកជាពីរផ្នែកគឺផ្នែករៀនជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសនិងរៀនជាភាសាជប៉ុនសម្រាប់រៀនជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសគឺដូចជាសិស្សច្បងជួយជាតិខ្មែរយើងដែលគាត់ឥឡូវកំពុងតែរៀននៅOkayama University នេះនៅឆ្នាំទី 3 អញ្ចឹងនេះគឺជាទម្រង់នៃការសិក្សារបស់គាត់អញ្ចឹងគឺគាត់សិក្សាដូចជាឆ្នាំទី 1 អញ្ចឹងគាត់សិក្សាភាសាជប៉ុននិងមុខវិជ្ជាផ្សេងៗតាក់ទងទៅនឹងចំណុចទីតាក់ទងទៅនឹងអ្វីដែលគាត់ចូលចិត្តគឺគាត់រៀនខាង social innovation and entrepreneurship អញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់យើងដែលយើងមានចំណាប់អារម្មណ៍គឺយើងអាចមើលទៅក្នុងនឹងបានហើយសម្រាប់ Okayama University នេះគឺយើងបែងចែកជាច្រើន cluster ជាមុខវិជ្ជាដែលយើងរៀនគឺបានច្រើនអញ្ចឹងមុខវិជ្ជាយើងរៀននេះសម្រាប់ភាសាអង់គ្លេសគឺយើងមានមុខវិជ្ជា culture មុខវិជ្ជា social ហើយនិងមុខវិជ្ជា science ហើយមួយទៀតនោះគឺខាងកសិកម្ម agriculture science ក៏មានដែរហើយសម្រាប់មុខវិជ្ជាទាំងនេះគឺយើងអត់ចាំបាច់ភាសាជប៉ុនទេគឺយើងសម្រាប់ IELTS ខ្ញុំគិតថា 6.0 ណាស់ទៅគឺអាចដាក់បានបាទអញ្ចឹងការនិយាយរបស់ខ្ញុំប៉ុណ្ណឹងសូមអរគុណ
ចាអរគុណច្រើនគូលនីតិសម្រាប់ការធ្វើបទបង្ហាញក៏ដូចជាការបញ្ជាក់អំពីបទពិសោធន៍ដែលគូលនីតិបានឆ្លងកាត់ទៅកាន់អ្នកចូលរួមនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះដូចគ្នាចាអញ្ចឹងមុននឹងឈានទៅដល់ការបិទបញ្ចប់កម្មវិធី webinar ក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះដោយដែលបានបញ្ជាក់ពីដើមឡើយគឺយើងក្រុមការងារក៏បានរៀបចំនៅវគ្គសំណួរចម្លើយទៅកាន់អ្នកតំណាងក៏ដូចជាវាគ្មិនកិត្តិយសរបស់យើងផងដែរអញ្ចឹងប្រសិនបើបងប្អូនអ្នកចូលរួមមានជាសំណួរឬមិនច្បាស់ត្រង់ចំណុចណាទាក់ទងទៅនឹងការធ្វើបង្ហាញអំបញ្ញមិញនេះអញ្ចឹងអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាក៏អាចសាកសួរជាសំណួរទៅកាន់វាគ្មិនរបស់យើងដោយធ្វើការសរសេរសំណួរនៅក្នុង Zoom chat ឬក៏ធ្វើការ comment នៅក្នុងគេហទំព័រ Facebook របស់យើងដែលកំពុងធ្វើការផ្សាយផ្ទាល់នេះផងដែរចានាងខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើការអាននៅសំណួរនោះជូនទៅកាន់វាគ្មិនកិត្តិយសរបស់យើង ចាជាថ្មីគាត់ក៏អាចធ្វើការសាកសួរបានដែរដោយធ្វើការត្របនៅសំណួរហ្នឹងចូលទៅក្នុង Zoom chat អញ្ចឹងក្រុមការងាររបស់យើងគាត់នឹងធ្វើការជ្រើសរើសនៅសំណួរដើម្បីធ្វើការសាកសួរទៅកាន់វាគ្មិនកិត្តិយសក៏ដូចជាអ្នកតំណាងរបស់យើងផងដែរចា៎ចាអរគុណច្រើនអញ្ចឹងឥឡូវនេះយើងទទួលបានសំណួរពីសំណាក់អ្នកចូលរួមតាមរយៈកម្មវិធី Zoom ចំនួន2នាក់ដូច្នេះនាងខ្ញុំសូមធ្វើការអានសំណួរជូន So Dr. Thago Inamori and Nissan, we have 2 questions from our participant in Zoom chat. So I will read it and please kindly have to answer. So the first question that they would like to know is, could you explain how to apply for the scholarship again, please?
So Nissan, can I ask you about scholarship?
Okay. So basically, so there's only one. I would say there's only one scholarship you can apply before leaving Cambodia, which is MEX scholarship. MEX is a Japanese education, Ministry of Education. Then they offer Cambodian students to study in Japan at undergraduate and master's and PhD levels. Then this one, every year in the beginning of May, otherwise end of April, they will announce from when to when the Cambodian students need to submit required documents, then proceed to take an exam at the embassy. So this is the only scholarship you can apply before. Otherwise, you have like 20, 30, 50 programs of scholarships in Japan to apply after arriving in Japan. So there's no guarantee because all competition, but I can share with you the list of scholarships right after this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nissan, for your answer. Chẳng on Nam Ping sim onទទួលបានចម្លើយច្បាស់ពីខាងអ្នកតំណាងរបស់យើងទេអូនបើសិនបើអត់ច្បាស់បងអាចធ្វើការសង្ខេបឲ្យបានណាអូខេអញ្ចឹងបងអាចធ្វើការសង្ខេបឲ្យបងអូនបានខ្លះៗអញ្ចឹងតកតងទៅនឹងប្រភេទអាហារូបករណ៍នឹងផងដែរគាត់បានបញ្ជាក់ថាជាអាហារូបករណ៍ប្រភេទ Mix Scholarship ដែលជាអាហារូបករណ៍របស់រដ្ឋាភិបាលជប៉ុនដូច្នេះអាហារូបករណ៍នេះជាទូទៅខាងស្ថានទូតជប៉ុនប្រចាំប្រទេសកម្ពុជាគាត់នឹងធ្វើការចែករំលែកតាមរយៈ website ក៏ដូចជា Facebook page របស់ស្ថានទូតផ្ទាល់អញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនអាចតាមដានតកតងទៅនឹងព័ត៌មានហ្នឹងលម្អិតក៏បានហើយបន្ទាប់ពីចប់កម្មវិធីហ្នឹងគាត់ក៏នឹងធ្វើការចែករំលែកអំពីបញ្ជី scholarship ហ្នឹងទៅកាន់គ្នាយើងទាំងអស់គ្នាផងដែរចាអរគុណច្រើនអូនSo the next question that we received from the Zoom chat, there is a question that they would like to know if no IELTS test, can I apply for the scholarship? It means that if they have no IELTS score, can they apply for the scholarship? So Nissan, could you please have to clarify about this point?
Okay, and actually it depends on the scholarship you're applying for. Some scholarship requires you to have Japanese language proficiencies. Some ask you to have English proficiency, but not too high, but a limited major, like I want you to study Japanese language, for example, or science. So I just shared the list of scholarships. You can explore more to find out your own scholarship. Maybe it's better. And then not all the time you are required to have an English IELTS test result, but you will be required to submit it to university to prove your English proficiency. So I encourage you to have one. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Nissan, for your clear information about this point. So,ផលស៊ូមីបងអូនទទួលបានតេតងចម្លើយហ្នឹងទេបងអូនបើសិនបើអត់បានបងអាចសង្ខេបជូនឲ្យបានណាចាអូខេចាអញ្ចឹងបងអូនយល់ហើយអំពីការពន្យល់របស់អ្នកតំណាងរបស់យើងអញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំសូមបន្តទៅកាន់សំណួរមួយទៀត Next I have another question from our participant as well. They would like to know where can I get the news about scholarship.
Okay, may I?
Yes, please.
Okay. So generally, the MEX scholarship in Cambodia is available only at Embassy of Japan Cambodia website. And our project Study in Japan for Cambodia Facebook page, we do collect information and share in our Facebook page as well. Not all, because we have like more than 100 or 200, a lot of universities in Japan. We can't really cover all the information, but we can collect a couple of information on scholarships. So you can regularly check our Facebook and the website, Instagrams, then you can find probably a better opportunity for applying scholarship. Maybe that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nissan, for your information once again. Yes, so Moni today, the question owner, so now the representative, he just answered it, so I just want to confirm one more time. Can you clearly understand what he explained? On your way that what Payon Monte. Okay ហ្នឹងហើយអញ្ចឹងបងសូមបញ្យល់ជាភាសាខ្មែរទូទៅតកតងជាមួយនឹងព័ត៌មានអំពីអាហារូបករណ៍ដែលខាងយើងនឹងខាងគាត់នឹងផ្ដល់ជូនហ្នឹងបងប្អូនអាចតាមដានមើលតាមរយៈ website ក៏ដូចជា Facebook page Study in Japan for Cambodian អញ្ចឹង website ហ្នឹងបងប្អូនអាចឬក៏ Facebook page ហើយនឹងព័ត៌មានមួយចំនួនទៀតបងប្អូនក៏អាចតាក់ទងមកដើម្បីព័ត៌មានបញ្ជាក់បងប្អូនអាចតាក់ទងមកខាង CJCC របស់យើងផ្ទាល់ក៏បានដោយសារយើងមានអ្នកតំណាងនៅទីហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងបងប្អូនអាចសួរព័ត៌មានបន្ថែមតាក់ទងទៅនឹង link ក៏ដូចជារបៀបចូលមើលផ្សេងៗអញ្ចឹងណាចាហើយបើសិនបើមានពេលអូនអាចមក CJCC ផ្ទាល់ក៏បានយើងមានដាក់តាំងនៅព័ត៌មានមួយចំនួនតាក់ទងជាមួយនឹងព័ត៌មានរបស់សាលាផងដែរចា Okay so another questions there's many participants that would like to know. So from Suwan, he would like to know when are the applicant period for Okayama University. So Nissan or Dr.
Okay, about application, the Nissan send the link to the chat box, paste it on the chat box. It depend undergraduate, postgraduate, the application different and also requirements are different. So it's a better, so please refer this document. The link is on the chat box. Yeah. And sorry, let me add one thing. A lot, of course, I also, when I studied in the UK, I struggled to prepare the fund and I was looking for scholarship. The MEX scholarship, full scholarship, is really, really good. But the number is limited so that, of course, you apply for the MEX scholarship, but also think about like a partial scholarship. And in Japan, some professor doesn't recommend to do a lot of part-time work because it will mean that you will have less study time. But in Japan, different from the United States, so you can work 28 hours per week so that you can earn some more money. You can earn some money. So if you have some seed money, you can study, especially as Nisan mentioned that National University tuition fee is quite cheap if you compare the private. So of course, they go for the mixed scholarship, but also a little bit think about a partial scholarship, plus like a part-time job in Japan. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. So let me move to the next question from Panya. So Panya would like to know for the mixed scholarship, how many track can he apply? And can he apply through embassy track only?
Nissan, they are specialist of the mixed scholarship.
Well, actually, we have politician today, so let us politician.
អញ្ចឹងសួស្តីបងបញ្ញាអញ្ចឹងតើតើនឹង make scholarship អញ្ចឹងតើតើនឹង make scholarship គឺយើងត្រូវតែដាក់ទៅផ្ទាល់ទៅ embassy អញ្ចឹង make scholarship នេះគឺ process វាគឺរយៈពេល1ឆ្នាំពេញអញ្ចឹងវា take a lot of time អញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវ consider គិតមើលថាបើយើងដាក់ make scholarship រយៈពេល1ឆ្នាំហ្នឹងបើសិនជាយើងអត់ធ្វើអីសោះគឺយើងនឹងខាត់1ឆ្នាំហ្នឹងអញ្ចឹងបើតាមខ្ញុំគិតគឺយើងដាក់ make scholarship ផងហើយយើង consider scholarship ផ្សេងពីសាលាផ្សេងផងហើយសម្រាប់ track ដែលយើង mention ដែលយើងនិយាយមកហ្នឹងគឺសម្រាប់ embassy track នេះគឺនៅខ្មែរយើងគឺមានអាហ្នឹងប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាយើងចូលទៅក្នុង website study in Japan ដែលខាងក្មេងយើងគាត់បាន share នៅក្នុង chat box នេះគឺយើងអាចចូលក្នុង site ហ្នឹងគឺយើងអាចរក scholarship ផ្សេងហើយក្នុងនោះក៏មាន scholarship ផ្សេងដែលតាក់ទងនឹង scholarship ដែរប៉ុន្តែតាមដែលបទពិសោធន៍ខ្ញុំគឺ scholarship ភាគច្រើនគឺមិនមែនថ្នាក់ឧត្តមសិក្សាគឺថ្នាក់ក្រៅឧត្តមសិក្សាគឺអ្នកដែលចង់រៀន master ឬក៏ PhD ហ្នឹងគឺ track ហ្នឹងគឺយើងអាចផ្សេងពី embassy បានអរគុណ
ចាអរគុណច្រើនពលនីតិសម្រាប់ការបញ្យល់យ៉ាងក្បោះក្បាយតកតងទៅនឹងរបៀបនៃការដាក់អាហារូបករណ៍ mix ចាអញ្ចឹងសង្ឃឹមថាបញ្ញាបងអូនទទួលបានតកតងទៅនឹងអ្វីដែលគាត់បានបញ្យល់បាញ់មិញនេះហើយជាថ្មីម្ដងទៀតបើសិនបើបងអូនចង់បានព័ត៌មានបន្ថែមឬក៏មិនទាន់ច្បាស់ត្រង់កន្លែងណាបងអូនអាចចូលទៅតាមខ្សែតំណ link ដែលវាគ្មិនរបស់យើងគាត់បានទម្លាក់ដោយពលនីតិគាត់បានបញ្ជាក់មុននឹងអញ្ចឹងចាចាឃើញថាស្មីគាត់លើកដៃប្រហែលជាគាត់មានសំណួរចង់សាកសួរទៅវាគ្មិនរបស់យើង so there is one participant she would like to maybe she has a question to ask our guest speaker so Smay you can unmute your voice and you can ask directly to our guest speaker today. Smile on, on lưu bong này on. Maybe see the internet or some internet has a problem or something. But earlier she raised her hand, so I thought she has a question. Okay, next there is another question from Paula Menchu that she has a question. Is it the fully fund from the government? Like would we receive monthly expand or individual living pay? So I think this is related to the scholarship again. Yeah. So Nisan or Polity, could you have to explain related to this point?
បាទសូមអរគុណចំពោះផល្លាអញ្ចឹងតើតើនឹង make scholarship គឺ make scholarship គឺជាអាហារូបករណ៍ម្យ៉ាងដែលគេហៅថា full scholarship គឺ fully cover អញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់ make scholarship នេះគឺយើងទទួលបានប្រាក់ខែទទួលបានការបង់ថ្លៃសាលាហើយនឹង benefit ផ្សេងៗដែលក្រសួងអប់រំជប៉ុនគាត់ផ្ដល់ឲ្យយើង ចឹងសម្រាប់និស្សិតដែលជាប់ make scholarship នេះគឺពីច្រើនគឺអត់មានអ្នកណាដែលបារម្ភអំពីផ្នែកហិរញ្ញវត្ថុទេអញ្ចឹងគឺការ fund ដែលទទួលបានពីក្រសួងអប់រំគឺគ្រប់គ្រាន់សម្រាប់ការសិក្សានៅប្រទេសជប៉ុនមិនបាច់ចាំបាច់ធ្វើការ part time ក៏បានដែរសម្រាប់ scholarship ផ្សេងគឺយើងត្រូវធ្វើ research ឲ្យមើល scholarship នឹងខ្លួនឯងដូចឧទាហរណ៍ដូចជា scholarship សម្រាប់ Okayama University គឺសម្រាប់មួយឆ្នាំគឺយើងមាន4 full tuition scholarship ចឹងន័យថាយើងអត់បាច់បង់ថ្លៃសាលាទេប៉ុន្តែយើងត្រូវបង់ថ្លៃប្រចាំខែដោយសតធម្មតាដែរហើយផ្នែកខាងចាស់សូគឺបើយើងជាសិស្សចូលដំបូងចឹងគេឲ្យយើងមួយខែដូចជា$400ជា400ទៅ$500អញ្ចឹងអានេះគឺគេអត់មែនជាថ្លៃសាលាទេតែគេឲ្យយើងជាខែអញ្ចឹង scholarship មានច្រើនប្រភេទអញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវធ្វើ research ធ្វើការស្រាវជ្រាវដោយខ្លួនឯងសូមអរគុណ
Can I add a little bit? Sorry, you remember my slide? It's not coming yet. Okay. Okay. This slide, you remember. If you are talking about mixed scholarship, already politician explained, but on top of airfare from Cambodia to Japan and tuition fees, the monthly stipend of roughly 1,000 for undergraduate and 1,300 for master's and a PhD degree and research student you can get. And also, you remember how much you will need, to make a living in Japan. If you study in Okayama 700, while you are getting 1,000 something. So this is very, very good scholarship, but also very competitive. That's why we require you to study a lot and then hoping you to bridge Cambodia and Japan in the future. So anyway, this mixed scholarship, if you are talking about, is like this. And then JASO scholarship, this one is also monthly, but you can get every month. Then you maybe need to do a couple of part-time jobs, then make it 700 or 990 to study in Okayama or Tokyo. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Nissan and Polity, for your detailed information. So there is another question from our participant. I think it might not really related to the topic today. Anyway, Levi, we would like to know, do we have any tip for EOJ examination? So Nissan, if you have any tip that you could share, could you please have to share about this information as well?
I can share you the past exams of mixed scholarship. So anyway, every year, every country, not only Cambodia, lots of students are struggling to answer mathematics exams. So I'm sure Cambodian students are very, very good at and a fluent English speaker, but mathematics, science, I assume you will need to polish up. So anyway, I will share you the past exams. So please prepare very well. And then lots of professors in Japan advised me to advise you, the students, to have strong and solid reason and purpose of why study in Japan. For example, why I have to admit you to let me study with me. And then what should I teach? Yeah, and then professors are always asking you this. So, and then passion is also required. Why you want to study, and then your plan after study, all these should be very, very logical and very well written and expressed in your application form. Maybe this is all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nissan. So I hope that it will be a helpful tip to our participants who would like to know about this tip as well. So we received another question from our Facebook Live to Polity specifically. So Polity means អ្នកចូលរួមម្នាក់គាត់ចង់សួរទៅតាក់ទងទៅនឹងសំណួរថាតើក្នុងមួយខែ Polity ចំណាយអស់ប្រមាណក្នុងការសិក្សានៅ Okayama University
សុំសំណួរម្ដងទៀតមិនលើអត់ច្បាស់
ចាមានអ្នកចូលរួមគាត់ចង់ដឹងថាតើ Polity ត្រូវចំណាយក្នុងមួយខែអស់ប្រមាណសិក្សានៅ Okayama University ចា
អញ្ចឹងតើតើសំណួរនេះខ្ញុំពិបាកឆ្លើយតិចដោយសារតែ COVID ចឹងខ្ញុំអត់តបានទៅជប៉ុនទេចឹងឥឡូវទោះបីខ្ញុំនិស្សិតឆ្នាំទី2ក៏ដោយក៏ខ្ញុំអត់តបានទៅជប៉ុនទេចឹងខ្ញុំរៀនទាំងអស់នៅសាលា Okayama University នេះគឺខ្ញុំរៀនជា online ជាមួយនឹងសាលាវិទ្យាជាមួយនឹងសិស្សជប៉ុនដទៃទៀតដែលគាត់ក៏រៀនជា online ដែរអញ្ចឹងតើតើសំណួរនេះខ្ញុំប្រហែលជាពិបាកឆ្លើយតិចហើយប៉ុន្តែអំបញ្ញមិញលោកនីយូស្កេគាត់បានក្នុងបង្ហាញក្នុង slide គាត់គឺចំណាយប្រចាំខែនៅ Okayama នេះគឺប្រហែលជា$700អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំគិតថាការចំណាយគឺប្រហែលជាប៉ុណ្ណឹងសូមអរគុណ
ចាអរគុណច្រើន Polity សម្រាប់ព័ត៌មានចាហើយចានឹងហើយជាបន្តទៅទៀតហ្នឹងយើងក៏មានសំណួរពីអ្នកចូលរួមយើងដដែលតាមរយៈ Facebook page គាត់សួរថា he would like to know how can he apply for the JASO scholarship. So this question I would like to give to Nissan have to answer about the JASO scholarship.
Okay, generally we ask you to have GPA, your academic ability of average 2.3. This is the minimum requirement. But since 7,000 plus students are applying, that means more than 10,000 international students are applying for this scholarship. The better GPA, the better opportunity to have it. So I would say 2.8 is the minimum score. So polish up your academic, anyway, daily study. Then you need to prepare why you need to study in Japan again. Then well written in your application form. The another thing is please come to our office, or not physically here, but you can ask our Study in Japan Global Network Project Facebook page for Cambodia or website to have a private consultation, group consultation. Then we might be able to put a little bit of priority to get you this JASO scholarship, because we are now getting a project and working with the Ministry of Education in Japan next. JASO is also a part of scholarship provided by Japanese government next, so we can slightly prioritize your seat to apply a JASO scholarship. So prepare well and then have consultation with me and with our team. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Nissan. ដូច្នេះនេះខ្ញុំសូមបញ្ជាក់ថាតើទៅនឹងពេលវេលារបស់យើងក៏កាន់តែខិតជិតមកដល់ទីបញ្ចប់ក៏ប៉ុន្តែយើងនៅមានសំណួរមួយទៀតពីអ្នកចូលរួមតាមរយៈកម្មវិធី Zoom របស់យើងអញ្ចឹងមុននឹងបិទបញ្ចប់កម្មវិធី Q&A នេះខ្ញុំសូមសួរនៅសំណួរនេះមួយទៀតទៅកាន់វាគ្មិនរបស់យើងដោយសំណួរនេះពីបញ្ញាគាត់ចង់ដឹងថា Could you please elaborate on the main requirements for my scholarship, because now he is currently a bachelor degree holder and he would like to pursue his master degree in natural science in Japan. So this question, Nissan or Polity-san, if you have specific information, please kindly have to share this as well.
អញ្ចឹងសូមអរគុណបញ្ញាអញ្ចឹងដូចមានបងអូនឈ្មោះឈុនចាន់លីគាត់បានដាក់ link ដាក់ដំណ មួយនៅក្នុងនេះគឺជាដំណើរទៅកាន់ website ของ Embassy of Japan in Cambodia ជាក្នុងដំណើរនេះគឺយើងឃើញមាន Max Scholarship សម្រាប់ឆ្នាំ 2022 ចឹងសម្រាប់ឆ្នាំ 2022 នេះគឺ port ឯងចឹងយើងត្រូវត្រៀមសម្រាប់ឆ្នាំ 2023 ចឹងសម្រាប់អ្នកដែលចប់ថ្នាក់បញ្ញាបត្រគឺយើងចង់រៀនបន្តគឺយើងត្រូវចូលក្នុងផ្នែក research student ចឹង research student នេះមិនមែនជា master degree ហើយក៏មិនមែនជា PhD degree ដែរគឺនេះគឺយើងដាក់ទៅធ្វើជាអ្នកសិក្សានិយាយថាអ្នកពិសោធន៍ជា research student សិនអញ្ចឹង keyword នេះគឺពាក្យថាសិនពេលដែលយើងទៅហ្នឹងគឺយើងអត់ទាន់ចូល master ឬក៏ PhD គ្រាន់ទេគឺយើងធ្វើជា research student រយៈពេលចន្លោះពីកន្លះឆ្នាំទៅ1ឆ្នាំកន្លះអញ្ចឹងក្នុងចន្លោះពេលនេះយើងត្រូវបើសិនជាយើងជាប់ Max Scholarship ហើយគឺយើងក្នុងចន្លោះពេលដែលយើងនៅជប៉ុនកន្លះឆ្នាំទៅ1ឆ្នាំកន្លះនេះគឺយើងត្រូវមិនប្រឡងចូលសាលាថ្នាក់បញ្ញាបត្រឬក៏ PhD នេះអញ្ចឹងសម្រាប់ requirement ផ្សេងដែលយើងចង់ដឹងនេះគឺយើងអាចចូលក្នុង link ហ្នឹងហើយចូលខាងផ្នែក research ហ្នឹងក្នុងនេះស្រាប់គឺខ្ញុំមើលទូទៅគឺគេឲ្យ GPA average សរុបទាំងអស់គឺ 2.8 ឡើងទៅហើយយើងត្រូវមានសញ្ញាបត្របញ្ញាបត្រហ្នឹងហើយយើងនឹងត្រូវបំពេញឯកសារផ្សេងឯកសារចាំបាច់ផ្សេងជាច្រើនអញ្ចឹងតើតើរឿងនេះគឺយើងសូមឆែកខ្លួនឯងសូមអរគុណ
ចាអរគុណច្រើនពលនីតិថ្ងៃនេះយើងទទួលបានសំណួរយ៉ាងច្រើនពីសំណាក់អ្នកចូលរួមទៅការវិភាគកិត្តិយសរបស់យើងអញ្ចឹងសង្ឃឹមថាព័ត៌មានថ្ងៃនេះដែលបានចែករំលែកដោយ guest speaker របស់យើងទាំង3រូបនឹងអាចជួយហើយក៏អាចជ្រួតជ្រាបទៅកាន់អ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នាដែលបានចូលរួមក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះតាមរយៈកម្មវិធី Zoom ក៏ដូចជាតាមរយៈ Facebook Live ផ្ទាល់ផងដែរចាជាបន្តទៅទៀតនេះមុននឹងបិទបញ្ចប់នៅកម្មវិធីនាងខ្ញុំសូមអញ្ជើញឲ្យអ្នកតំណាងរបស់យើងទាំង3រូបធ្វើការមាននៅមតិយោបល់ចុងក្រោយមុននឹងធ្វើការបិទកម្មវិធី So before we close our webinar today I would like to invite our guest speaker today please kindly have the final remark to our participant yes just a short remark thank you So I think first Professor, could you please say it first?
First of all, thank you very much for joining today's session. And, you know, you have a lot of opportunity to study in Japan. So the first, what you need to do to collect the information. And if you have some question, please ask us. And as I say, we are looking forward to seeing you again in Japan. Thank you, especially Okayama. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Professor. So next, I would like to invite Nisan for the final remark. Just a short comment, please.
Thank you very much. As I mentioned, we just opened our Phnom Penh office, Cambodia office in CJCC. And unfortunately, I have to go back to Japan next week, but I will definitely come back very soon, hopefully by May. Then I will be just stay here for a long time for consultation, seminars, and providing information. So I look forward to looking you here at CJCC for me to support you to study Japan and hopefully meeting you in Japan in the very, very near future. Thank you. Okun.
Thank you so much, Nisan. So, Polity, just a short comment, please.
ចឹងខ្ញុំសង្ឃឹមថាបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាទាំងអស់ដែលមកចូលរួមកម្មវិធីថ្ងៃនេះគឺអ្នកសិទ្ធិអ្នកចង់ទៅសិក្សានៅប្រទេសជប៉ុនជាងយើងត្រូវដឹងថាការសិក្សានៅប្រទេសជប៉ុនហ្នឹងគឺមិនមែនមានផ្លូវតែមួយទេគឺមានផ្លូវច្រើនតែផ្លូវមួយដែលមនុស្សដើរច្រើនជាងគេហ្នឹងគឺដាក់ Max Scholarship ប៉ុន្តែយើងត្រូវចាំថានៅសាលាផ្សេងជាច្រើននៅប្រទេសជប៉ុនគេបានផ្ដល់ Scholarship ផ្សេងឲ្យមកយើងអញ្ចឹងព័ត៌មានទាំងអស់នេះគឺយើងឃើញគាត់ដាក់នៅក្នុង chat box ទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងព័ត៌មាននេះគឺសំខាន់ទាំងអស់អញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាយើងមានចំណាប់អារម្មណ៍យើងកុំយើងត្រូវចូលទៅក្នុង link ដំណររបស់គាត់ដែលគាត់ផ្ញើឲ្យនេះចឹងបាទចឹងប៉ុណ្ណឹងសូមអរគុណ
អរគុណច្រើន Polity សម្រាប់ជាមតិយោបល់ចុងក្រោយជូនទៅកាន់អ្នកចូលរួមចាដោយសារតែពេលវេលារបស់យើងរៀងហួសពេលបន្តិចហើយអញ្ចឹងជាចុងបញ្ចប់តំណាងឲ្យអ្នករៀបចំកម្មវិធីនៅក្នុងថ្ងៃនេះនាងខ្ញុំសូមអរគុណសម្រាប់ការអញ្ជើញចូលរួមពីបងប្អូនសិស្សនិស្សិតដែលបានចូលរួមតាមរយៈកម្មវិធី Zoom ក៏ដូចជាតាមដានទស្សនាតាមរយៈការផ្សាយបន្តផ្ទាល់នៅលើគេហទំព័រ Facebook ចានាងខ្ញុំសូមជូនពរបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាជួបប្រទះតែនឹងសេចក្តីសុខសុវត្ថិភាពជាពិសេសជាផុតពីជំងឺ COVID-19 ទាំងអស់គ្នាចាសូមអរគុណសូមជម្រាបលា Thank you so much, Professor. Thanks, Nissan and Positi. Please stay safe.
Thank you, Kanchana.